What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see in the background, there's my truck. I'm going to be turning that into a rock and roll over truck. The colors, I've got my liner for the insides, and there'll be a whole video for that. But what I want to talk about today is the next, I guess, 3 years of KISS. What are we hoping for? What do we want to see? What would be really cool? Now, I am 30, about to be 35 years old. I saw my first KISS concert was Hot in the Shade. I was about 7 years old, and my father took me to the Starwood in Nashville. And on our particular show was Slaughter and Danger Danger. And it was really cool because KISS came out to the big Sphinx head. What I remember more than anything is I remember I Stole Your Love. I remember God of Thunder and the head moving. I remember certain things, and I remember the laser lights shooting overhead. So I've been a fan my whole life, and I've seen them on every tour, just about. I might have missed one or so in between then for certain reasons. On the Revenge tour, my dad didn't want to take me because there were strippers at the show, so I missed that one. But on this upcoming tour, we have some minor issues to worry about. Let's go down to the topics of that. This could be it. This could be the last run of KISS. But that would be issue one for me. Issue two is the age. They're getting older. Issue three is the ability. Now, with that being said, I want to say that I feel, as a KISS fan, I feel very spoiled by KISS. There's really not another band that's in the rock world that has worked as hard as they have. They've given us so many albums, tours. It just seems like every year it's us asking ourselves what's next. Yet you got a band like Guns N' Roses that technically has 3 or 4 albums. I'm not counting greatest hits. I'm not counting compilations, and I do a volume 1 and 2 as one album that's put out an Appetite for Destruction deluxe album, milking the same album for 30 years. But with a band like KISS, they've given us so much. And here we are today, as spoiled as we are, going, oh, I want them to do this, I want them to do that. There's so many things I want them to do. But as it draws to a close, one of the things that I want to talk about is what they should do the next 3 years and what I would like to see as a fan. For one, I don't want one of Gene's label bands to tour with KISS. There was a band that opened up for them one year that was on Gene's label that I didn't really care to see. We take chances on seeing Skid Row. We take chances on seeing. I saw the Verve with them one year. I'm not saying that they're going to tour again, but what I'm getting at is opening bands don't matter for me. Def Leppard with KISS don't matter. Def Leppard with Journey, that's a cool tour, but Def Leppard with KISS, Tesla with KISS, I'm at the point where I want to see the Ace Frehley band, the Bob and Bruce Kulick band. With those two bands, you're getting songs that KISS don't play. With the Bob and Bruce band, you're getting a lot of 80s, early 90s deep cuts, stuff like Tough Love, to some stuff off of Crazy Nights, Asylum, stuff that is like really cool to hear again live. And they sound really, really good. With Ace, you're going to get Rocket Ride, Snowblind. It's one of the reasons why I'm happy and okay with Ace not being in KISS, is because you get more Ace. You get a full album of Ace material. You get a full show of not just the same 20 songs KISS plays, but you're getting Ace Frehley, and I like that. But in this last hurrah, KISS is going to wear the makeup. And I think that they worry about, well, do we have two people wearing the Catman. We can't just say Peter's going to wear the Catman makeup. We're going to have Eric Singer back there with no makeup. It's very, very confusing. And if you really sit down and think about it yourself, it's very tough on them to make that decision. So I want to see Tommy and Eric Singer in the makeup because they are the ones that's going to play the full set every night. Would love to see an encore with Peter and Ace. I would even be cool with Peter touring and fronting a band. I don't know why Peter never did this before. He could front a band. What I see for Peter Criss is a female lineup dressed in Love Gun makeup. An all-female band dressed like the Love Gun girls. Peter fronts. You give us 30 minutes. You give us 30 minutes of Bob and Bruce. You give us 45 minutes of Ace Frehley, and then you give us that 2-hour Kiss show. That's one thing I want to see about the tour. 2, I want a new album. I don't want Don't Touch My Ascot to be the last Kiss song released. What I would like to see Kiss do is I want that #1 Billboard spot. Again, we're the spoiled Kiss fan. We have been there and supported them. We've seen them overcome, and what I want to see is Kiss to be #1 in the billboards. I want an album. We came this close with Sonic Boom, but you look at Sonic Boom, it had hype. Modern Day Delilah also was that. I mean, it sounded like it come right off of Rock and Roll Over. You listen to Russian Roulette, Too Hot, Too Cold, that is 70s sounding Kiss. I don't care what you say, you can argue with me about it. That had the vibe and the sound that I enjoy of Kiss. And I did enjoy Monster, but I think you could have took the best stuff off of Sonic Boom and the best stuff off of Monster and had an amazing, amazing album. Gene's playing on Monster is my favorite thing on Monster, and there's a couple of great songs on there. Eat Your Heart Out, Shout Mercy, Take Me Down Below. The problem with some of these songs on these newer albums is they just kind of took 5 seconds with the lyric ideas. Monkey Up My Back, I'm Coming At You, Here I Come. Some of the lyrics are a little kind of just simple, stupid lyrics, and I know that they've always kind of been known for that, but when you think about Love Gun, Rock and Roll Over, Asylum, they're not just throwing lyrics out there. But I'd like to see an album, and I want it done smart. Monster, the only publicity Monster had was I think they went on Jimmy Kimmel or some late night show, played a couple of songs. It was done. And there was also a fumbling of that album because it was said that it was going to come out in like June, wound up coming out 2 months later. It was something like that, went down. With Sonic Boom, you had a Walmart push. You had a Walmart section. Some Walmart sections was way cooler than others. And with that being said, I saw Walmart push before that AC/DC's Black Ice more so than Kiss. That's not right. AC/DC is a huge band. But come on, you're going to see a Kiss shirt, and then you're going to see an AC/DC shirt. There's just more to do with the brand Kiss because of the makeup and everything. There's just no excuse for Walmart to do more for one band and not the other. But I also don't know how much money was involved in that support. Sonic Boom came to #2 on the charts right behind Michael Bublé. Well, this is what I would do. I would take notes of Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi started selling his album with tickets to a show. So you're getting the album at the concert. Kiss is known as a live band. That's going to promote sales. You do this, you have the album come out in the middle of a tour. You sponsor it, you push it. Now with this album, what I would love to see on it, co-write with Vinny. Vinny plays guitar on one song. Co-write with Ace. Ace plays guitar on a song. Ace sings a song. Gene and Ace wrote a song, they sing it. Gene, Ace, and Peter and Paul do harmonies on this song. Bruce comes in, does a song. I want the Kiss family on this last album. Have it called Kiss Forever. Put a lot into it. And I know that there are demos that could still come out. Like there was a song called Sword and Stone that I love. There's demos for Kiss Asylum. We're Not Gonna Take It Anymore. Absolutely really cool songs that they could still pull in and do an album. Still write more. Just put love into this last album and make it be the last if you choose. And if you're going to do other songs after that, do singles. I know Kiss is used to things being one way, but there's a lot of changes in the music world and music industry, and it just seems like I'm not seeing Kiss take advantage of some of these changes and some of these things that new bands are doing. Do a Kickstarter. You don't want to fork up the money for an album. Do a Kickstarter for that album. See what your fans are going to purchase. Have it where you have so many copies or autographed for $75. I don't know. I know that I would pay high dollar, and I was going to pay high dollar for the vault, but $2,000 was right around the time I bought my truck. So I wasn't going to fork out that other cash, but I do think $2,000 to meet Gene Simmons, 150 new songs, that whole vault experience, I think it's worth it. I know people are different about that, but that's a different video altogether. But what I want to see in the last 3 years of Kiss is Kiss. Don't care about anything else. This could be the last hurrah. Also, what I would do, I would even think about maybe putting Ace in and Tommy out. You're at a point now where Paul Stanley, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with Paul's voice, okay? He's got dentures, okay? If you look before 08-ish, 09, when he started having his other teeth come in, they moved his jaw. Now, if you read reports on Freddie Mercury, why did Freddie not fix his teeth? He had millions of dollars. He was afraid it would change the vocals. Now, I'm not saying Paul didn't have vocal issues, but when you take those issues and you realign the breathing of your jaw, last night I was listening to Kiss Animalize Love Gun. He's hitting the high note, but it ain't chesty, okay? There are things that I believe Paul can do to be able to sing these songs better. I think he needs a vocal coach. I think he's doing it on his own. I think if you go and you look at Jack Russell, you'll look at Tom Kiefer, these guys that have had vocal training over the years. I think Paul needs that. He's had a year off, didn't do any of that, too busy drawing. And it's a shame. I'm not a hater. I want him to keep going until their end of days are here, because the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is you have Kiss fans that haven't seen Kiss. I have a little 5-year-old that's not my daughter, but she's a Kiss fan. I got videos on my channel of her dressed as Paul Stanley. I'm taking her to her first Kiss concert. She's almost 6, and that was almost the age that I went where I can still remember some of it. So she's too young, she's not going to remember any of it. So it's very important that these fans get the opportunity. And regardless of the voicing that you're hearing on YouTube, it's different live. I've seen it live. It's still pleasurable. And the other thing with Paul, I would cut him down to 3 songs a night. You got Gene Simmons there, and you got people going, I don't want to see Kiss because Paul can't sing. But Paul's not the only singer. That's where an Ace Frehley comes in. You put Ace Frehley back in the band, then you can do Shock Me and Rocket Ride and some of these songs that are still Kiss songs, and have Ace sing 3 or 4 songs, have Gene bump up to about 9 songs, have Eric Singer sing 2 or 3 songs, and then you can give Paul 3. Have the encore at the end of the night where you bring Peter back out and you're doing a couple of those songs. I just think that there are things that they can do. I don't think any of it at this point is a cash cow. We all want to do things for money. They're 70-something years old and they got plenty of money, or they're almost 70. They ain't got to. They don't have to do any of this. They do it because they didn't think they could do it at this age. Imagine yourself, when you're 18, you're thinking 30 is old. Well, I'm about to be 35. And it's like I've taken care of myself and I've impressed myself. And I'm like, I can still do certain things. So when you're 50 at 35, you're like, oh, we're not going to be able to do this forever. Well, Kiss pushing 50s when the reunion happened. They're waking up. They're feeling good. They're sounding great. Kiss is still waking up, feeling good. So I don't want them to retire just because I want them to retire. It makes no sense. And I've already got a video on the toxicity of the fan base, and I don't really want to go down that path. I want to keep things positive and try to shine light on things that there are good still in Kiss going on. They still sound good. The playing is still good. Paul may not be at his peak, so what can we do to help Paul? What can we do to make this fan experience? And I've got one more thing because this video is running long. Set list. Okay. You can play Psycho Circus because you say people know it, people love it. But with that mentality, well, All Hell's Breaking Loose was an MTV song. Psycho Circus was at the end of the MTV era, and I'm sure All Hell's Breaking Loose has more views than Psycho Circus. And they're over here saying, well, we play this song because it's what people like, blah, blah, blah. I like Psycho Circus. But with the popularity pool and all that, I just feel that there's a lot of fans going, when I purchase my ticket, the last thing I think of is set list. As a diehard, I'm thinking set list now because, well, shoot, I must hear the same 20 songs. Okay? That's the diehard issue. If you're not a diehard, okay, you may know Rock and Roll Night, Detroit Rock City, Beth. It's going to start getting cloudy after that. You're going to tell me that a fan is going to know Deuce and Strutter that's not a big fan of Kiss? I disagree. I think you're going to have fans from all walks in life, and fans that get into them late, fans that started enjoying Scooby-Doo, or fans that was watching Mad TV, or people that are going with their friends. I think at this point, you play the songs that you play good. Also, with the internet age, I think that they're forgetting that these shows are recorded. So when you go see Gene Simmons tour with his band and he's doing Got Love for Sale, Almost Human, Charisma, it's getting around. People are like, wow, look at the set list. When it's Kiss, you go read the comments and it's people that are like, which I don't want to get into the toxicity because it might be a part of that, but I just think that you're doing 20 songs, you can do 3 songs a night that are deep into your catalog, and you can do them every show if you want to. So I'm not really, they did use an excuse on the Farewell Tour, well, Ace and Peter couldn't play them. Well, now you got Tommy and Eric, and the set list looks the same as the Farewell Tour at this point. The last great tour Kiss did that I loved and I thought was an A+ show was the Sonic Boom Tour. After that, Paul's vocal issues, I understand that he can't do Making Love and I Want You and I Stole Your Love. That's fine. But I do think that they can go into some deep cuts. And I don't really care if he can't sing them. If he's going into deep cuts, I'm going to be singing in the audience. So I just want Kiss to reapproach this next tour. I would like to have a big Kiss logo that comes down, not a digital one in the back. I'd like to see the vintage Kiss logo. I'd like to see a different stage besides just one big video screen. I think I'm at a point where it's like, okay, give us something a little different. I don't know. So what do you guys think? What's next for you? What are you wanting to see next? Who do you want Kiss to tour with? How do you think Kiss should approach it? Do you want another album? To me, I would just, again, on that new album, if Paul wants to produce it, fine. But I just hope Paul can do some checks and balances on the lyrics. I'd even get Eddie Kramer to stop in. I mean, he's friends with Michael James Jackson still. And that was a good work collaboration with Creatures of the Night and Lick It Up. So anyway, guys, this has been going for 20 minutes. Wanted to make a video today because I haven't made one in a while. The next videos I have coming up are still a bunch of Kiss topics that I jotted down. Like one of them coming up is top 5 singers I wish Vinny would work with. And that's a really interesting one. I'm going to do a video over my truck and how it will be turning into the Kiss Rock and Roll Over truck. I got videos, my PC. I am building a PC. I keep putting it off because I just sunk a ton of money in both of my vehicle. My AC went out, then my 70-inch TV went out, so all of that stuff cost some money. So that's got to come before the PC. But as soon as I get the PC, we're going to start making small, edited, really cool videos. Alright guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.